あ、はっはっは。はい、外の花たちよ、こないり。そして明けましておめでとうございます。2021年ようこそ。そして応援してよろしくお願いいたします。多言語 V2 アイリス篠森です。Hi everyone, Happy New Year! 2021 is finally here. 2020 is the thing of the past. 2021 is finally here and we can have a good time. Hi! I am flying all over my chair because I am that excited for 2021. I thought this year would never come. Hi! Hi! Hi everyone! So, Happy New Year to everybody! I had to calculate my face. Something felt off for a bit. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It's finally here, 2021. How's everyone doing this year? Today's the first day of the new year and I'm already so excited. New opportunities, a new day to start fresh. Wipe away the bad memories of 2020 away as we usher in a new age. Yatta! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I have goals. I want to reach a lot of goals this year, and I'm glad that this year is gonna start off on the right foot. Hopefully it starts off on the right foot. Hi. 本当に2021年ついに来てしまった。本当に2020年、本当に私の最後の2020年の日、本当にありがとうございました。これからもよろしくお願いいたします。そして頑張りますので。I hope everyone have a really good happy new year and I'm hoping that I grow in the coming 2021 as I literally debuted it at the end of 2020. So I am super excited. My face doesn't show it, but I'm super excited. You can't see me groove, but my face can tell you otherwise. Alright, so my goals for this year is to not only hit Twitch affiliate, but to also not only collab with other VTubers, but to also make sure and to also hit YouTube monetization and Twitch affiliate this year as my two big goals. So hopefully by the end of 2021, my goals will be met and I hope my wishes will be granted. I hope everyone else has goals that they are hoping to reach this year so that they can also come true. So today, as this is my first big stream of 2021, today I'm going to be teaching you guys some good old-fashioned Chinese as I have my PowerPoints at the home for you guys to learn. And I also have my water. Wait, I need my water now. As you can see, I can resize my water at will so I can have as much as I want. Always stay hydrated, kids. はい、それでは私の初の配信、2021年初の配信始まりましょう。中国練習クラス、教えてアイリス先生始まりますので、イエイイエイイエイドドドンドンパチパチパチパチパチパチパチ And also make sure you have your bread. Your bread is also important. Make sure you eat your bread. はい、始めましょう。この黒スクリーン見てます。で、パパーンパッパッパーンはいはい lesson, I'm going to be teaching some self-introductions and some occupations. These are the basics of the basics that I want to teach so that you could at least make some simple and efficient sentences. ちょっと待って。You can't see my bread on the screen. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. The bread is good. It's not stale, it's amazing. The bread is good. And my body is strong because I have bread. Always have bread. Bread is nutrients. Bread is love. Bread is life. The bread is your God now. The bread is your God. Always respect the wonders that is pan. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just so excited. The bread. So, today is the day where we learn about self-introductions and occupations in the Chinese language. But a tip that everyone shall know is tones. Chinese tones are crucial in pronunciation. Okay? The tones are probably the hardest things in the Chinese language that people seems to get wrong most of the time. But I'm also gonna scoop my little booty over here and move my water so that you can, or you know, Chisai ni nare mizu! Chisai de toke! Hey. Tones are crucial in pronunciation, okay? Chinese tones are very particular in pronunciations, okay? You have to make sure you have to make sure that your tones are clear and that your tones are definitely legible. You must use the right tones in Chinese production to not say the wrong thing to make your sentence confusing. Chinese has tones that are very crucial in how you pronunciate many things in Chinese, okay? So that your sentence doesn't sound really completely off when you're saying the wrong thing. So for example, we're gonna use ma as an example. The first tone is a flat tone and is usually represented by the slash at the beginning of the vowel. So for example, ma would mean mother. So like mama would mean mama or mother. Ma. And so this one is kind of simple in the way that you have to do a flat sort of tone, not like neutral tone, because neutral tone is this one here. But for first tone, it's basically like a flat tone. Okay? みんなわかってる？この発の音。Flat. Flat. It's a flat tone. Okay. The second tone is ma. So the second tone here means that you're rising up in the tone. So while the first tone is a flat tone where you literally just stay on one line, the second tone, you have to go up as if you're raising your voice a bit. So the second one, ma, you have to make sure your tone is going up. Okay? Okay? So for example, while the first tone, ma, means mother, this ma means numb. So you see how the tone is different when you have to deal with different pronunciation? So first tone, ma, mother. First tone, ma, ma, ma. So that means numb, and that's the second tone. It gets more confusing. It gets more confusing if you put it into sentences and stuff, but I promise you it's not as confusing. I promise you it's not as confusing. Now this is where things get a little bit tricky. Ma. The third tone. The third tone is basically taking the fourth tone and combining it with the second tone. So you will start going down and then you will start going back up. So it will be like a drop in articulation, like ma. It helps if you kind of draw out it helps if you draw out the tone with like your hand. It helps if you like draw out the tone in your hand so that you know how to basically pronounce the words and whatnot. So for the third tone, it would be ma, and for this ma, it would mean horse. So far what we have is a flat tone, ma, which is the mother one, which is this one, ma, 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 which will be the second tone. You're going up, which is numb. And now you have third tone, which is a V-shaped ma, ma, which is horse. Okay? It gets easier once you put this into practice and practice sentences. It gets easier if you put this into practice and practice sentences. That's why practice and self-referencing is important. Always practice. Practice for the greater good. Practice to talk to your senpais and kohais. Just practice. I'm gonna drink my water now. Oki kanade! Oki kanade mise! Sono kikunjana! Oku. 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 Stay hydrated. Happy bread! That reminds me, I made Belgian waffles this morning. I finally get to use a Belgian waffle maker from a hotel. I made Belgian waffles. Because I love waffles. Hey, Suzukete, Suzukete. Suzukete. Chisai ni nare! Good! Hi! The first tone. The first tone is ma. Ma. You're going down this one. This is just to go down. So, ma. Ma. So, while this one's going ma, this one is ma, which is the fourth tone. And this Ma means scold or to scold. Okay? That's all there is to it. So don't confuse these second tone and fourth tone. They're completely different. Ma is numb. Ma, scold. They're different tones. They're different tones. They're different tones. Okay. Right. And the last tone is just a light tone. You don't have to follow these rules when it comes to the neutral tone. The neutral tone is basically light. So it's basically like you don't have to put any sort of emphasis on pitch with a neutral tone because it's usually just like it's light. It's basically nothing. So ma, which is what we're gonna learn. This ma is basically used at the end of a question. Not this spelling because I'm teaching simplified, not traditional, because traditional is used in other countries. I'm doing the simplified version. Okay. I'm gonna use highlighter. I'm gonna have a highlighter to know what tone you should use for pronunciation for the rest of this. So it's gonna be easy once you look at the highlights. Okay. Suki. Boom. Alright. And now we get to the basics. This is where we learn, and this is where we learn the basic stuff of how to pronounce stuff. Okay. Kochira. This is the first vocab word. Kochira. Ni. This ni would mean the noun for you. And as you can see here, I highlighted the vowels so that you know which tone to use in pronunciation. So for example, ni uses the third tone as seen here, okay? So this dark green color would be used if you're using the third tone. So if you remember, third tone is basically going down, then back up. So ma. And for ni, it's ni. And ni in English would mean you. So if I were to put this in an example, such as here, ni hao, that would mean a basic friendly hello in Chinese. Hao, it's in the next example, but this is basically the basic hello. Here we go. This is basically the hello that everyone should know in Chinese language. This is the basic of basic pronunciation and the basic of basic words that you can learn and you should learn just to be friendly. There is a more formal way to say ni hao if you're talking to like a superior or someone very important, and that's ni hao, which is basically hello, but is very more formal than ni hao, because ni hao is basically the most widely used version of the hello, but ni hao is mostly used for if you're being formally polite to someone who is way older and experienced than you. Either way, it means the same thing. And speaking of hao, こちらで hao, that itself means good or fine, and it's usually used in ni hao, but another example would be 很好 that means very good, with 很 being the preceding character that basically means very. So again, 你好 and 很 all use this third tone here. Ma, like this third tone here, is basically used for 你好 and 很. Okay? There is gonna be if I continue to do this, there is gonna be a more advanced sort of system in which the tone will change depending on the sentence and whatnot. So like depending on like the sentence structure, the tone will change. It's more noticeable in like numbers and stuff, but we don't have to literally learn that yet. We don't have to learn that yet. That's in a different, more advanced lesson. Okay, that's in a different, more advanced lesson. ああ、これは本当に緊張すぎますね。このレッスン。はい。続けて。我。This word here is 我, which basically means I or me. So don't get 你 and 我 confused, okay? 你, this one, 你, that's you. While 我, that's I or me if you're talking about yourself. So an example of this in action would be 我很好你呢. Okay? This sentence here, 我很好你呢. That basically means I'm very good. And you? Or what about you? If you want to be more accurate or something like that. So what we have here is a basic little sentence here. 我很好, which all use this third tone down and up. This third tone here is basically this entire part. 我很好, and then 你呢. While 你 uses this third tone, the na, this na right here, 你呢. That uses the neutral tone, the na. And that basically ends the sentence by referring back to another person. So if you want to say like, what about you? It would be 你呢. Okay? 恥ずかしいな、これは。ちょっと待って、水ブレイク。大きくなれ、水。Hydration with water. 小さいになっちゃって。Yay. I promise you, it will make more sense once we get into more complicated sentences. Such as in 叫. And since I've forgotten a little something, 叫. When it comes to the J's in Chinese, it's usually made by if you stretch out your smile and use a very light articulation. It's not like the J in like jiao, like in American language. It has to be more light, like jiao, jiao, jiao. That's the verb meaning to be called, and because of this pink highlight, we're using the fourth tone. So for this word, 叫, jiao. That's for the fourth tone, so you're going down in articulation. So an example sentence would be a simple question that you can ask anyone who is Chinese if you want to learn someone's name. So it would be 你叫什么名字？你叫什么名字？ And now we have another tone that's also mixed in with tone 3 and tone 4, which is this blue. 什么名字? And for the 什么名 or 名, 什么名 and 神明, that's basically using the second tone. So now we have second, third, fourth, and a neutral tone all in one big complex sentence. So third tone for 你, and then 叫 for the fourth tone. 神, that's the second tone. 嘛, that's the neutral tone. Again, you don't have to make any sort of tone here. The neutral tone is light, so don't put any emphasis on the neutral tone. 明, that's another second tone, so you're going back up, and then 字, that's again fourth tone. So to say the whole sentence, I'm going to say it as slowly as I can. I'm going to say it as slowly as I can so that you guys can listen. I'm going to say it really slowly, okay? I'm going to put it really, 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 really slowly, okay? So the sentence would be pronounced 你叫什么名字? Again, if you need any help pronouncing like the tones, you can always use a chart. You can always use a chart or use your hand to basically motion the tone so that you can get a feel as to how the articulation should go up or down or whenever. And of course, we do have some new vocab. 名字, that's basically name in Chinese. And this entire sentence is basically used to ask a person what their name is. And it's just a great way to basically introduce yourself so that you can ask another person what their name is. So, taking all of these vocab words into consideration, taking all these words that we just learned here, more like an example sentence would be what I have down here. 你好，我叫爱丽丝，我很好，你呢? Okay? To say this sentence slowly, この sentence, this sentence right here. 你好, all third tones, so the down up. 你好. And then the next sentence, こちら、この次はこちらで。我叫爱丽丝。我 third tone, 叫 fourth tone. And for my name, which is my name spelled in Chinese, which is this, the perfect way to say my name in Chinese is something like this. So if I were to take this, it would be 爱丽 and then 丝. That's how you would say my name in Chinese. So yeah, that would be my name's pronunciation in Chinese. 爱丽丝, which is basically 2 fourth tones and then the flat first tone for the su. So this su would have the first tone. So 我叫爱丽丝. And then all is here. 我很好. That's again all the third tone. So down up. and then 你呢 as again. 你 is the third tone and na being the neutral tone, not first tone like the flat tone, but na, light tone. So the full sentence would be 你好，我叫爱丽丝，我很好，你呢？ Which is basically, hello, my name is Iris. I'm very good, and you? In Japanese, this sentence would be こんにちは. Or if you want to be more formal to introduce myself, はじめまして。私の名前はアイリス。私は元気です。あなたは? And that would be the Japanese equivalent to that. Okay? So, こんにちは。私の名前はアイリス。私は元気です。あなたは? That's the whole sentence in Japanese. If you want to say it in Japanese. 難しい。はい。次はね。と。This is where things get a bit more complicated. Because now we have 是. Now the SH in Chinese is not like the SH sound that we would make in like other languages like American or English. So basically, I need more water. 大きくなれ水。先生はもう疲れちゃった。はあ、水。小さいになっちゃって。寝た。To pronounce 是 it's kind of like if you make a kissing sort of mouth movement in your mouth and have your tongue way back in the root of your mouth to make like a 是. It's kind of hard to make the mouth movement with my mouth because I'm 2D. You can't really see my mouth do that sort of movement without me just yeah, it's hard for me to do the mouth movement with my 2D mouth. I want to eat more bread. And for 是, again, 是 having the fourth tone, so you have to go down. 是 is to be. So an example sentence for this would be 爱丽丝是说你 YouTuber 爱日苏是说你 YouTuber. Iris is a virtual YouTuber. We'll get to this term in a later slide. So that it will make more sense, because while this is what the Chinese use to describe a virtual YouTuber in Chinese, but there's like another term that's for Bilibili creators, but we'll get to that later. So if you put 是 in between this noun, which is 说你 YouTuber, and my name 爱日苏, that's basically saying that I am a VTuber, or Iris is a VTuber. Another way you can use 是 is basically saying the sentence 你是学生. And speaking of 学生, it's this next word, which is the 学生 student. And now this is a new one. This little, not this dark blue, but this light blue. That's the second tone. So you're going up when you say that word. So you're going up. So for example, 学生 学生 Don't mistake this. Don't mistake the second tone with the third tone. Again, if you need more of a visual representation, always look at a map and look at how pronunciation or native people do it. I think a good tip to learning a language is to not only look at example native speakers, but to also look at some videos, some Chinese dramas, and even some Chinese VTubers that are definitely lurking around on the internet to basically get a good idea as to how to pronounce some of the words. So again, since 学 uses the second tone, we're using this, not third tone. It's not going down and up because that would be something completely different. We're using the second tone, so 学生 学生. And again, 生 uses the first tone, so not light neutral tone, but flat first tone. An example sentence for this word would be 你们是学生. And I forgot to highlight this E. Hold on. Ba-bam. There we go. 你们是学生. Let me just speak this slowly. Let me speak this slowly. So, 你们是学生. Okay? So again. ちょっと待って。水を飲みます。I'm gonna drink my water. Hold on. ちょっと待ってください。先生はもう疲れちゃっていますけど。ポポポポポポポポポポポポポ。I drank my water off screen so that you wouldn't hear my disgusting water gurgling noises. Okay, so this is a new form of you guys. That's basically what this word means. And for men, that would mean you're going up in the second tone. Let me just make this little visualization here. Here we go. This men that uses the second tone here. And if you put it after the ni, you're basically saying you guys. And if you put 我们, so third tone, second tone, 我们, that's basically saying we. But in this sense here, we're saying 你们是学生. That would mean you guys are students. 你们 meaning you guys, 是 to be, 学生 which is students. It makes more sense in more complex senses, but since we're learning basics, we're just gonna stick to the basics so that no one else can be confused. Okay. So if I were to put all these senses, all these little senses together, or all these vocab that we learned so far together, a sentence here would be 你好，我叫艾日苏，我是虚拟 YouTuber， 我是好虚拟 YouTuber。你叫什么名字？ So, for this sense, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna break this sentence down because that is a lot to take in. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down. Break it down. Break it down to understand more. Yeah. Of course, we got hello, so ni hao, all third tone, so down up for both of them. Ni hao. I hit my mic. I hit my mic, sorry. 我叫爱日丝 or whatever name you want to put there after 叫. So we got third tone for 我 and then 叫 again. That 叫 meaning the fourth tone. So that would mean you have to go down. Not third tone, which is down up, down then up, but down, just down. That's the fourth tone. So 我叫爱日丝爱日丝 Okay. So my name, I, 日, both using fourth tone, and then 丝 using the flat first tone. Now, again, not to be confused with neutral tone, which is nothing, which is basically you don't have to use any sort of dictation. It's just a light tone. So again, what we just talked about, 你好, all third tone, 我 third tone again, and then 叫爱日 fourth tones, 丝 first tone. This next chunk is 我是淑女 YouTuber. So again, 我 third tone, 是 fourth tone, and then 淑 which is the first tone again, 淑女 with 你 being the third tone, and then YouTuber. Okay, so what we have so far, 你好，我叫爱日丝，我是淑女 YouTuber. The next sentence, こちらで我是好淑女 YouTuber, or I'm a good virtual YouTuber. 我是 third tone, fourth tone, 好淑女 third YouTuber. And then we got the what's your name question. 你叫什么名字? So we got third for 你叫 which is the fourth tone, and then 什么名字? Second tone, neutral tone, second tone, fourth tone. 什么名字? And of course, the full translation of this sentence would be, hello, my name is Iris. I am a virtual YouTuber. I'm a good virtual YouTuber. What's your name? 你好，我叫爱日苏，我是淑女 YouTuber. 我是好淑女 YouTuber. 你叫什么名字? And that's basically a big little introductory sense if you want to explain yourself. Just replace my name, 爱日苏, with your name. Basically. So 我叫 blank. That would basically mean my name is, and then your name. And that's basically a big sentence if you want to introduce yourself in Chinese. I mean, you don't have to put in the 我是好淑女 YouTuber or I'm a good virtual YouTuber. You could just cut off that sentence and just introduce yourself as being 你好，我 叫 your name, and then 我是说你 YouTuber, and then if you want to ask another person their name, 你叫什么名字? That's a good introductory sentence right there if you want to introduce yourself in Chinese. That's basically a good introductory sentence right there. But if you want to say, if you're a student instead of a virtual YouTuber, just replace the virtual YouTuber part with 我是学生. And that's it. This is hard. It's hard. Chinese is a very hard language. But as long as you take your time and to like learn simple basics like introductions and whatnot, it will get fairly easy as time progresses. It is a very hard language. I know. I've studied this for, I don't even remember how long I studied this, but it's gonna be easy. I believe in you. I believe in you. I'll give you all my belief power and this bread power. I believe in you. 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 You can do it. I have your belief power in the... I have my belief power in the palm of my hand, and I'll teach you the ways. Teach you the ways. Hi. 次の。什么？说你 YouTuber 老师。Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Virtual YouTuber and Chinese is what we just discussed. And I put in the wrong tone. Here we go. There we go. Again, we just learned virtual YouTuber in this part, but this is what I was talking about. 说你 YouTuber is basically you combine the word YouTuber and the back, and then 说你 which is basically virtual in Chinese, and that's virtual YouTuber. And then I put the O for Bilibili because Bilibili uses a different term than what we use here on YouTube. It's basically a different term they use on YouTube than what we Bilibili. 間違えた。はい。Bilibili users, for those who post on Bilibili, they use a different terminology. Than what we use on YouTubers. So for Bilibili users, they use the term 说你 up 主 说你 up 主 So we got the first tone, not the neutral tone, first tone for 说你, again, third tone, up 主, or third tone again, which is basically virtual up master, because I think the up 主 is the terminology used for content creators on Bilibili when they upload something, so they wouldn't use this, they wouldn't use Bilibili, they'll use up 主. And so to differentiate these, you would use the 说你 up 主 for basically anyone that uploads on the platform Bilibili, and then 说你 YouTuber for anyone that uploads on YouTube. So for example, for this sentence, it would be 办爱是说你 YouTuber. 間違えた。このハイライト間違えた。Okay. That was the wrong terminology. It will throw you off if I use the wrong term for that. So, 办爱是 that's basically all the fourth tone, and then 说你 first tone, third tone, and then YouTuber. And if you don't know, 办爱 is Kizuna Ai's name in Chinese. That's basically her Chinese name. that people on Bilibili use to reference Kizuna Ai. So, 扮爱是虚拟 YouTuber, or Kizuna Ai is a virtual YouTuber. Or if you want to say it in Japanese, Kizuna Ai wa virtual YouTuber. と感じね。と感じね。And if you're gonna use the Bilibili alternative, it would be 爱因是虚拟 up 主。So 爱因是虚拟 up 主 which is basically 爱因 So fourth tone, first tone, 爱 is a virtual master, or again, 虚拟 up 主. And if you don't know who Ayn is, she is a virtual YouTube. This is Bilibili because she doesn't post on. This is Bilibili. She don't post on YouTube. She posts on Bilibili. She's a virtual master under Virtual Real, which Virtual Real is the Chinese branch of Nichi-san, because they're all under the same company. But unlike Kizuna Ai, who mainly posts on YouTube, and also she does post on Bilibili, I exclusively post on Bilibili, so she's considered a 虚拟 up 主, a virtual up master, and not a 虚拟 YouTuber, because she doesn't have a YouTube account. And I think, and that's basically to differentiate these two terms. So don't use the 虚拟 up 主 if you're specifically referring to content creators on YouTube, because that term, this term here, is only useful for people that upload on Bilibili only. This one is for the YouTubers, not this one. That's basically to differentiate those two. はいはい。次の grammar! Everyone's favorite when it comes to Chinese. Not me though. Not me though, because I suck at it still. But this is probably as basic as basic gets. So, a grammar tip is the S plus V plus O, which is basically subject plus verb plus object. And this is a basic common sentence structure in Chinese, and it's just as it sounds. You have your subject, you have your verb, and then you have the object. So, for example, you got 我是学生，我是学生， or I am a student. 我 is your subject. So in this case, I 是, which is your verb, because it means to be, and then 学生 is the object of what you are being. So basically, if you were to not take basic sentence structure into English, into thing, it would basically sound like I to be student. But since we're talking about English, this would be I am a student. 我是学生. That's basically as basic as you can get with a sentence structure. It's just you have your subject, you have your verb, and then object, which is also basically basically a sentence structure in any sort of language. For more examples, I put down 我是虚拟 YouTuber. 我是虚拟 YouTuber. Or I am a virtual YouTuber. Again, 我 being the subject, as in I or me, but in this case, I. 是 again, fourth tone. 是 is fourth tone, not second tone. 是 the verb to be, and then 虚拟 YouTuber, which is the object that I am being, that I am, virtual YouTuber. 我是虚拟 YouTuber. Again, it will make way more sense once you see this sentence and if you practice this with other occupations. So like you could just replace the virtual YouTuber part with 我是老师, 老师 meaning teacher. And if you want to change this up, you can do 你是学生, 你是学生, or you are a student. Again, 你 being the subject, which is you, 是 being to be, and then 学生, again, student. So again, this sentence structure is definitely more common in Chinese, and I promise you this is the simplest sentence structure you'll get if you know more verbs and whatnot. But it will get complicated once we add in other particles like le, and whatnot. But we're not gonna learn that today. We're not gonna confuse you guys. Okay. 次の ma. Again, this ma is a different spelling than what this chart is. I think this one is the more traditional spelling or the traditional character, and since we're doing simplified, since that's the most widely used from everyone, we're gonna stick with the simplified characters. Okay? ちょっと待って、水ブレイク、もう大きくなれ水。水。先生も頑張りました。水飲んじゃった。And I ate my bread. Always have your bread. What do you mean this is some alien language? これは中国語なんですけど、エイリアン語じゃないません。中国語なんですけど、ビューアー様。これ This is Chinese! Okay. Ma. This ma is a particle that could be placed at the end of a declarative sentence. And if you don't know what a declarative sentence is, it's basically a question sentence. And its entire purpose, you have to use this ma correctly. It basically indicates a non-interrogative question, which is basically a yes and no question. You can't just use this ma all willy-nilly. You have to use it at the end of a yes and no question. So for example, 我是学生. Or you know, this is the sentence that we already learned. I am a student. But if we were to take this sentence and make it into a basic question to ask someone if they're a student, the sentence would be 你是学生吗？你是学生吗？ And since ma is neutral, we don't have to use any sort of tone like these ones. This is a light neutral tone for ma. Okay? Just remember that. We're not using any special tone for ma. This is a light tone, so don't put any emphasis on that. ちょっと待って。Again, これは你是学生吗? Are you a student? That's basically if you want to ask someone a question. So we took a simple statement sentence and then just turned it into a basic question. 你是学生吗? And another example to get more of a practice in, we have again a basic sentence. 我是虚拟 YouTuber. That we just learned is I am a virtual YouTuber. But if you were to ask someone if they're also a virtual YouTuber, you would use 你是虚拟 YouTuber 吗? Are you a virtual YouTuber? So it's basically for this grammar tip, you would take your subject, your verb, your object, the simple sentence structure, and then ma. And that's basically how you would form a basic sentence. And there are two ways that you can basically answer or respond to the question. A verb can be used to answer a question. If it's yes, you directly use the verb. But if the answer is no, then you would add 不, which is this character here, 不, which uses the fourth tone because it's going down, 不. So in example form, it would be 不 plus verb that you're using. It'll make sense when we get to example 2, but if you're answering directly with yes, and if your whole question for this one here is 你是学生吗? Are you a student? That we just learned in this slide here, the 7th slide. You would answer with 是 or basic yes. 是 by itself in this. Ugh, I need my water again. Mizu. Hey. Let's have your Mizu. Mizu は大切物なんですけど、みんな覚えてくださいね。はい。As I was saying, while 是 can mean the verb to be, if you use 是 like this to answer this question, it would basically mean yes. So 你是学生吗? Are you a student? You will answer 是. Yeah, you are a student. You are my students, and I am your teacher. 你是学生，我是老师。You are my students, and I am your teacher. And now we have the second example. What if you're not something that the question is posing? So for example, 你是虚拟 YouTuber 吗? Are you a virtual YouTuber? You can answer 不是. Now for 不是. Now this is where things get a bit tricky. If you have a fourth tone connected to another fourth tone, like this sentence here, this would not be the fourth tone. This would now change to second tone because of the context. See, this is how things get tricky with 不. Like you can use, like 不 can change to second tone if the one that precedes after it is a fourth tone. So in this example, it will not be 不是, it will be 不是. That would be the most accurate pronunciation for that example. And this is why it gets a little bit tricky when it comes to 不 I believe if it's a fourth tone, you have to make bu a second tone. We'll explain more of this later, but just put that little keynote in the back of your mind. はい。そして最後のこちらです。最後のこちらです。はいはいはい。You can also respond with a whole sentence, so you don't have to use 是 or 不. You can literally just respond using a statement sentence that we learned. So if we take the same question again, 你是学生吗? And basically answer back with a complete sentence, you can answer 我是学生, which is what we already learned. So you don't have to use 是 if you don't want to. You can also respond with a simple 我是学生 from the question 你是学生吗? And of course, this also carries over to if you are saying you're not something. So for example, 你是说你 YouTuber 吗? You can say 我不是. Again, we're switching out the fourth tone to a second tone because you can't have two fourth tones colliding with one another. You have to make this bu second tone and then go to fourth tone. It's not third tone. It's not third tone for bu, it's second tone. So don't make that little tidbit mistake. So this sentence would read out 我不是说你 YouTuber. I am not a virtual YouTuber. Again, well, if this gets to a good point that I can continue, we could talk about this little tonal shift later. But again, I'm gonna put this in your minds again. When it's fourth tone plus fourth tone, the preceding fourth tone, as in this example, bu, will now become a second tone. So you wouldn't say 不是, it would be 不是. Okay? はい。というわけで、ここまでです。クラス以上しました。クラス以上しました。よく勉強したね。よく勉強しましたね。お疲れ様。お材料。はい。So, I hope you guys will take something out of this from your lovable sensei. From your lovable multilingual sensei. But before we wrap up stuff here, I think I want to answer questions that I did get on my Marshmallow account. So, papa. What language are you learning now, and which do you want to learn in the future? For the languages I'm learning now, I'm learning, not only do I have Japanese and Chinese, I'm also learning Korean, Vietnamese, and German. And for languages that I want to learn in the future, I'm thinking of picking up Spanish and French again, and maybe Russian, if all things go well. So Spanish, French, Russian, and for my 10th language, I haven't really thought about it. Possibly... I haven't really thought about another language that I wanted to learn. But if there's anyone else there that wants me to suggest learning a language, then I'll do that language. That's my 10th and final one. But I haven't gotten to that point yet. But yeah, I have 6 languages under my belt, and I want to learn at least 4 more for 10. So Spanish, French, Russian. Maybe. I need to think on that one. I think I need to think on that one because I haven't gotten to that point yet. And then for the last question that I got from a person on my Marshmallow. Earlier this year, I lost a lot. Earlier this year, I lost a lot of my friends. They're not dead. They just blocked me. How do you make new friends? Ah, that's so sad. That's so sad. That's so sad. How could they block you? That's so sad. Why did they block you? Do I need to fight someone? Do we need to fight people for blocking people? I will fight a person. Do you want to fight a person? How dare you block a person? How dare you? I will fight you. Yaruka? Yaruka? Yaruka たちの人間。なぜこの人をブロックされたの？Twitter ブロックされたのはどうしてなんですか？本当にやるかよ。やるか。私はあなたを相手にやるわ。かかってなさいね。How do you make new friends? Be friendly. Be friendly. Go talk to them. Always be your friendly self and you'll make a lot of new friends in no time. But if they ever decide to block you again, I'll kill them. I'll kill them so that they won't be rude to you. How dare they block you? I'll freaking kill them. How dare you? This is where we fight. And I don't want to fight someone in 2021. We want to be friends. Let's all be friends. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But seriously, how dare they block you? Oh my gosh, how rude can they be? What? They think you got smelly feet or something? I'll freaking fight them on that. And so with that, my first stream of 2021 is done. I hope people got something out of that Chinese lesson. And if people want more, then I'll make more. はい。まあ、私の好きな配信を準備しているので、この配信は終わりにしましょう。さよなら。Goodbye everyone. I'll see you on my next live stream. Bye bye. Bye bye. I hope you guys learned something. 加油,加油. Good luck on your Chinese. Remembering, I may quiz you. I'm not gonna quiz you. Bye bye.